Hey y'all, it's a new day. Snooping through your cell phone. Moving on to the next series. Hung up in your face for your sorry. My. We're talking about 7 ways to get over a breakup. Nobody taught me how to get a man, how to keep a man, how to treat. Yep, 7 ways to get over a breakup. And we're going to be talking about tip 1 today, so I won't be before you long. These are just, some things that I learned and applied, and I'm just sharing it with you today. Uh-oh. Y'all know what? I forgot to call my daddy on the way home. I used to call him, and now he's calling. And I'm on the live. I'm going to have to call him when I get through. Uh-oh. I sure don't want to decline you, daddy, not you. Oh, I can't decline you. I just got to let it stop. I can't decline him. I'll call him when we get there. But today, I just came to encourage you from Heartbreak to Healing. It's an ebook that I wrote to just help you, get through breakup. This is what I coach my clients on when they want to help from, a painful breakup or divorce. I'm telling you what I tell them, And I never, had a life coach, but I just watched videos and I was able to heal myself. So if you have the strength and the discipline to just watch videos like this and apply the knowledge, you can heal your soul. Sometimes you need help. You need a therapist to help you identify what's going on within you that's keeping you stuck. But sometimes, if you have the strength and discipline and the willpower and the heart to heal and the desire and you willing to do what it takes, then you can watch videos like this and just apply it. So today we're talking about tip number 1, ways to get over a breakup. And what I tell my clients, the first thing that you have to do is and this is for you for real, when you got time for no games, especially when you're trying to heal your heart, you got to cut ties. You got to cut ties. And that's very hard to do, especially if you were like me. If you were codependent like me, like I was addicted. I didn't realize how addicted I could be, or that you could be to a person, until the first sign I saw was in my marriage, when I was married, and when the marriage was just like at the end, at wit's end. The way that I responded to that, it was just very toxic, and it just showed me that how addicted I was to my ex. And so leaving him, running to the arms of somebody else, and then I ended up getting ghosted by him, like after like a year and a half. If you ever been ghosted, I know what that's like too, and having to suck it up and keep going and heal your heart after being ghosted. That's something painful too. So, but the way I responded to him when he ghosted me, I was literally going into withdrawals, and I was feeling it was a strong abandonment in my chest. It was a strong feeling of rejection in my chest. And I know how I was, in the marriage. I didn't handle it right. I the turn up became real. From praise and worship leader to F this. I ain't trying to hear what the Lord got to say. I'm finna do me now. And just cheating and numbing and looking for love in all the wrong places because I just wanted to feel better. So that right there, I didn't want to do that again. I didn't want to do the fool again. I didn't want to have no more drunken nights like I used to. I ain't want to, because hey, when your girl turn up, it's going down. Okay, I ain't finna play with you. It's going down. I'm like, okay, I can't do that no more because that did not work out for me. It was too many foolish mistakes made during the turn up. So I don't want to do that no more. So feeling that pain and feeling that sting of rejection, I said, Lord, you're gonna have to show me how to heal. And what is this? What's this going on? What is this withdrawals I'm having? What is this making me wanna chase him? What is this making me wanna what is this obsession that I'm feeling? So you guys got to be real. I done been through all of the obsession and the wanting to write the perfect paragraph to try to convince him of my worth and what's going on. I done all this for you, and I done this, and I done that. When people want to go, let them go. You don't want nobody that you got to force and convince to love you. First of all, so what is this with me making me do this? What's going on? So that's when I started doing research on just like heartbreak and just falling in love, and I learned about um just the euphoria that you feel from falling in love and conversating with a person. Those same hormones, those are the same hormones that are released when you're doing drugs or doing something thrilling. Those are the same emotions and euphoria released into your bloodstream when you're falling in love with somebody. And so since you're falling in love, you're becoming addicted. Your mind, your heart, your soul, and spirit is getting used to this feeling that you get from this person. When they just disappear and start fading out on you, you start going into withdrawal. Because what you can't get that high. The high of their attention, the high of their conversation, the high of just whatever it is that you like about them. You can't get that number because when they done, they done. Yeah, you can't convince them to stay because now you it's starting to make you look weak now. Because they know how weak you are just by you trying to convince them, to stay. They know. So um, I asked God. I said, Lord, if you show me how to heal for real, without depending on somebody, because this thing here is real. I want to heal for real. Without depending on a substance. I want to heal for real, Lord. And so I started watching videos like what I'm teaching right now. And had to cut ties. And it was so hard. When you addicted to somebody, it's hard to cut ties. But I wanted my healing more than I wanted the comfort that came from this person, this illusion, this false high. I wanted my healing more. And so I was willing to do what it took. And so, you know, you got to cut ties. Um, I blocked. I blocked because I knew that I was not strong enough to, if I see that text come through and that high, it gives me a high, the attention. If that come through, I ain't gonna be able to resist that. So, let me block. I blocked them. And so, that was the beginning of just the healing journey. Cause it's a soul tie, that has been formed. The soul tie is that bond, this emotional connection and bond that you have a hard time letting go of in situations, of heartbreak or getting ghosted and stuff like that. It's that soul tie that make you want to keep running back. It's the way that they made you feel. And so when I tell my clients, and this is what I did, I've lived this. I ain't just talking and telling you to do something that I have not done. I cut ties, and guess what? I was crying myself to sleep every night, fiending, tossing and turning, missing that high, missing that rush they gave me, missing that smile. And I love my sister. She keep it real with me. I say, I'm missing this smile. She say, but he making you cry though. But you over here missing this smile. And it just made me laugh. But it's real. Yeah, that one text, yeah, that high. That's a high. And so I blocked and I started healing. I turned my heart back to God because I had left God. And because God, He's gonna give you the strength to do it. And so I unfollow. If you gotta unfollow. Whatever you got to do to weaken this tie, because that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to weaken this tie and this bond that you have. And I remember my pastor, rest in peace. He used to say, anything you don't feed will die. I never forgot that. Anything you don't feed will die. And I say, each day I don't feed this thing, it's gonna die. And so I kept pushing. I kept watching the videos. I kept just, getting that strength that I needed to keep going. Praying, turning my heart to God, watching videos like this. Okay, I need to cut ties, unfollow, and just kept pressing through. And another thing that I did was I gave my mind something to do. At night, I said, forget this. I'm not going to be tossing and turning and crying myself to sleep every night. I got to give my mind something to do. And so that's when I started listening to guided meditations at night, like just to help you sleep. Music that just kind of put your mind and your spirit at peace. Give your mind something to do, something healthy. You will get through. This too shall pass. Yeah, you might have to cry, but you're going to get through it if you just keep pushing. So that's the first tip. Cut ties. And if you got children with them, like I have a child, I co-parent with my ex. But we're not just, sitting up talking on the phone, unnecessarily, we do what we have to do for her, but I'm followed. I don't need nothing triggering me. I'm trying to heal right now. And so, and I start working on me. So that's the first thing you need to do. If you're really serious about getting over this person, you need to cut ties, quit playing. If you ain't strong enough to resist seeing them call or text and not respond, then you need to block. Because if you know that this person ain't adding to your life, it could be toxic. I don't know. There's so many different situations why, we have breakups. But when you're trying to move forward, you got to do what you got to do for you. Because a lot of times, you were so busy trying to please them, and you neglected you in the process. And so in order for you to have the strength to turn that energy on you and start healing your soul, you got to do that. That's the first step to weakening the soul tie. So I had to take time to myself after my divorce and separated myself because that was a 15-year marriage. Yes, and it was rough. Yeah, you need a lot of time, to yourself. I told myself, baby, you need to sit yourself down and heal. I have not been in a relationship, a serious relationship, in a few years. My legs have been closed, and I've been healing my soul because you need to sit down. My wounds was leading me. My wounds was picking for me, and so you need to heal to a place where you're strong enough to pick people from a place of wholeness and not desperation. So you need to sit down somewhere, until you get the strength to be able to pick with wisdom. So you have the strength and learn how to ignore, I'm not ignore the strength to not ignore red flags and stuff like that. You need to heal your soul and strengthen yourself. You need to, develop a healthy relationship with you. And a lot of times breakups will show you uh your relationship with yourself based on how you respond to rejection, and it'll show you how much self-love you really have. So cut the ties and work on you and get you a life coach or whatever, somebody that can cheerleader, your friend, your homegirl, somebody's gonna tell you the truth. Like my sister tell me the truth, girl. You missing this smile and you over here crying. Come on now. People that's gonna keep it real with you and make you laugh and tell you the truth at the same time. So that's really it for today. Cut ties, create separation. Create a separation. Do what you gotta do. And if you got the strength to, still be friends on Facebook or whatever, and not get tempted, or get a high from seeing them, if they view your stories or something like that. If you got the strength, then hey. But I say cut the ties, unfollow, whatever you got to do to heal your soul. I understand I've been divorced for 6 years and been single. Yeah, by choice, yeah. Because relationships take a lot of work and it take a lot of your time, and energy. And you can't just be giving that energy to anybody. I don't date just to be dating. And that's why I'm not with nobody, because you either a potential mate or it's nothing, you know. I have friends, but I'm talking about somebody that romantic interest. I don't have that kind of energy because I know how I love. I know how hard I go. And when I, invest into somebody that I like. And so I know me, and I know that ain't for everybody. This love ain't for everybody. This loyalty ain't for everybody, you know. And so that's how you got to see yourself. Everybody don't deserve your loyalty. Everybody don't deserve your love like that. And you can't just be out there tossing it out like a flyer. No. Value yourself, value your heart, and protect your heart. You are responsible for who you give your heart to. And you got to make sure that whoever you giving your heart to is worthy of you, or you're going to end up, in heartbreak. It's a lesson. Take the lesson. Turn that loss into a lesson. What have you learned from it? But I think I'm getting deep into the next lessons, from the next 6 lessons, so I don't want to get too deep. But just cut ties. Get the strength to cut the ties. Start there. And find you some videos like me. Go listen to Ian Levinzant. That's who I like. Go listen to Tony Gaskins. Go listen to R.C. Blakes. And I have the episode of when I had R.C. Blakes on my podcast talking about how to break and heal ungodly soul ties. The link is under there. Watch it. That's going to encourage your soul. That's going to give you some new knowledge for your soul. Give your mind something to do. So, anyway. Hey, Brandon, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you dialoguing with me. And Carlton, thank you so much for sharing your words. I love your strength, sis. Your healing is awesome. Listen, from where I was, that codependent girl that just wanted validation, didn't know how to give myself the love, it is a totally different woman. It's a totally different woman. I know how to let go now, of things that's not for me. Shoot, just out here trying to do the work of the Lord. How can I help others? What can I share with others that I have learned on this journey? So I'm just sharing what I've learned that had, things that have helped me to overcome and to heal my soul. And so, from heartbreak to healing, 7 ways to get over a breakup. You can get the ebook. The link is below if you want to just read it and listen to me. I hope so. That's a blessing. God bless you. Cut the ties, y'all. You can't be still keeping the bond strong and talking and think you finna get over somebody. Hey, blessed always. You coming in right at the tail end. Have you been on here? Well, you can always go back and watch what I was saying. I'm talking about 7 ways to get over a breakup. Today, tip number 1 is cut ties. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for hollering at me. It's always a pleasure to see you in the comments. I forgot what I was saying before that, but yeah, keep pushing, y'all. Keep pushing. Don't strengthen the tie. Oh, that's okay. You can go back and watch it. That's why I'm, go back and watch it. Because you're 20 minutes in. It ain't too long. So, I love you. Anything else I want to say? Cut the ties. Block if you ain't strong enough to see. Don't be chasing. Take that energy to learn some new knowledge and heal, Find some guided meditations on YouTube. It could be healing, guided meditation, or just the music. And play that while you're laying in the bed, and just find something to be grateful for. Find something that you appreciate in your life, while you're laying in that bed, so you can get you some sleep. And you're gonna be all right, y'all. It's joy on the other side. work that self-control, discipline muscle, and you're gonna make it. I'm here to tell you. I never knew when I would smile again. I never knew when I would smile again. But I'm on here able to smile. It ain't fake. It's real. It's real because I put in the work. So I'm gonna go back and watch it. Thank you so much for this series. I'm looking forward to. That's right. I got 6 more videos to go after this. 7 ways to get over breakup. So y'all make sure y'all tune in around 4ish, 4:30 every day, maybe 5, depending on what I got going on. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. I love y'all. God bless you. Be encouraged. You gonna get through this thing. All right. All right. Bye.